It's episode 33 of the Generally Speaking podcast. There's a bee in my house. Hold on. Alright. This is episode 33, baby. And we're joined by co-host WOLseeker, and I am your host, GeneralArse.
Hi. Don't mind me, I'm just recording my side of the story.
He's recording for insurance sake, in case, I use the podcast somehow against him. He has his side of the recording.
I have my recordings in case he cuts this. He's gonna make me say, I don't know,
insurance fraud
or something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, right, what now, the fuck? And then you're gonna add in k.
Yeah, so, exactly.
Makes it sound like, said a bad word. Yes, shit, balls, genitals. Ow, my vagina.
I would never do that. I would never do that to you.
Yeah,
I would never make you. I would never make you say anything that you didn't actually say. I would never. Yes. I would never deep fake your voice to say some obscenities. That would be. That would be beyond me. That would be.
You would definitely not break into Adobe headquarters and steal their audio software.
Their audio binaural software or whatever.
Whatever it was.
Yeah. I would never do that.
A demo. They had Adobe had a conference one year, and they were doing a demo of software. You just say something, the software then scans the voice, and then you can make it say whatever you want.
No fucking way.
And Michael Key is his name, I think. He was on stage,
Yeah, the guy from Key and Peele. Yeah.
Yeah. He was on stage and he, did a demo with it. And I don't know, said something I don't remember.
And what did he say?
I don't remember. It was something. He didn't say oh fuck, I'm gonna make myself say fuck even though I didn't say fuck. He didn't do that. Something else, and I don't remember. Give me that software, man.
Then why the fuck are you telling the story if you don't remember?
I don't.
SMH, man. Guys, my email is. Please send me your auditions to be the next co-host. I'm getting rid of this guy. This guy right here. What a joke. Am I right, ladies?
But you just, doxed yourself. Give away your email address. They can find your house, your hair color, and your eye color with just the email address.
You know what? Yeah, I'm cutting that out. I'm gonna beep that out. Nobody's gonna find it.
They're gonna find your fingernail length. With the email address.
And you know how there's a website for people's feet? There's a new wiki for fingernails, wiki fingernails. This is what GeneralArse's fingernails look like.
Wiki nails, thank you very much.
Wicked nails.
Hey, that's a good name. Wicked nails.
Right? Guys, we're businessmen. Can't you tell?
We are the real deal.
We're the real deal. We're the squealy dealies.
So, how you've been? How are you, my best friend?
Are you? I mean, you are a robot. I was gonna say, are you a robot? You're a computer. But yeah, I've been doing pretty damn awesome. I'm not, if I do say so myself. How about you? How have you been doing?
Well, I've been doing pretty damn. Cool, man. I've been doing pretty cool, man.
Don't have a cow, alright?
Alright, yeah. Have a lamb. Have a piece of lamb.
Yeah, have a lamb instead. I saw Dune yesterday. The highly anticipated Dune movie that's been hyped to shit. Everyone's been talking about it, especially in my school of film, where everyone talks about everything. Everyone's been like, "Oh my god, we gotta go see the Dune movie when it comes out." And I was like, "Okay, sure, yeah, we'll go see the Dune movie when it comes out." And I went yesterday, and it's pretty good. It's a very good space movie. The effects are really cool and all that.
Yeah.
But it's not very entertaining, I gotta say. Like, there's not a lot of it that I would say was like fun. A lot of movies that I watch nowadays, even horror movies, have some entertainment to them. This movie really only had one joke, and it's in the trailer. It's where you've seen the trailer, right? Where the guy goes like, "Oh, did you put on some muscle?" And the guy goes, "I did," and he goes, "No." And that's it, man. That's the only joke in the entire movie. The rest of the movie is very serious, very just like everything is very serious, and they don't really make any like jokes at all, for that matter. And that's okay. A movie doesn't have to do that, and I still gave it a very high rating on my Letterboxd, because I still enjoyed it. I just wouldn't say that this like is for everyone. Like if you're looking to have like a lot of fun watching the movie, not everyone's going to be able to do that, I'm pretty sure, because like it's very serious. It's like a very it takes itself very seriously.
Serious movie. Yeah, I saw your Letterboxd review. You gave it 3 watermelons out of 1 corn.
Yeah, exactly. That's how Letterboxd works.
Very interesting. Yeah. Well, I gave the movie, even though I haven't seen it, I gave it.
What, dude? That's too low, man. That's too low. Well, I guess you are entitled to your.
I've given
you are entitled to your opinion, so.
Yeah. And here's another one.
Yeah.
I think that you are a garbage man.
What the fuck? I mean.
Hey, that's my opinion. I don't have proof, okay?
That's just my. That's just my opinion.
That's just my opinion.
I like fucking threw up in my mouth. I'm sorry. Excuse
me.
That's
what garbage men do. They throw up in their mouth.
Yeah, I guess he was right all along. Also, I'm gonna be filming something this weekend, and it's not school related.
Porn related?
No.
Hey guys, okay, here's the truth. GeneralArse never went to film school. He's been filming pornography.
No. I've been outed. I gotta get out of here.
We got
him. Some guy approached me, or he didn't. We always say if someone approaches you and they send me like an email or something.
He approached you for a shoot. Wink.
He sent me a message. He shot me a message on Facebook saying, "Hey, this guy from your school recommended you as a." Personal assist, or no, that's not what PA stands for. It stands for like production assistant.
Penile assaulter. Yes.
No, but a friend of mine from school like recommended me basically to this guy who's filming outside of school. He was in the school, but like he graduated some time ago, like 2 years ago now, and they're making this short film, and I was asked to help this weekend, so I'm going to be doing that from Friday until Sunday, and I'm very excited because this will be my first ever like project outside of school, technically, even though there are some kids who have like been in the school, and there's also kids that I know from school helping out, but it's like mostly like an outside of school like project that's going to be interesting to like see how that is. If it's any different from school projects,
Gonna be like a gig thing, right? Something like that?
Something like that. I don't know. And maybe and since these people that I'm working with are graduated, they're working in the film business, I'd assume, like already, then maybe, I could go somewhere up from there. I'll work on this film, and then maybe I'll get more recommendations later in the future. Or maybe those people want to work with me again. They'll be like, hey, come on up.
Or put this on your resume. Be like, I work with these guys on this film, or something like that.
Yeah. Or I purposely fucking mess up everything and never get called to do a job again. I like me the sound of that.
You will never work in the industry again, but hey, it's gonna be pretty funny.
Like every time somebody asks me to to help them with a film, I always just like get so anxious because like that's what my brain just goes to every time. It's just like, oh, you're gonna fuck this up. You're going to ruin the movie single-handedly. Even though I'm not like, I'm not the cameraman. I'm not the sound guy. I'm just like, I'm the production assistant, and all I do is I like help out. Like, oh, this guy needs coffee. I'll go get me coffee. Or oh, the food's ready. I'll go get the food. You know, it's kind of like, you know, what I was doing last semester as like a runner, except like this is just like general help. I'm just helping around
this
the whole
time
set.
You walk.
Yeah, this time I don't run, I walk. You know, I crawl around. In fact, I lie down on my little backseat and I get carried around like a little bitch. That's what I do.
You sit on your yes, you get carried around.
I get dragged around like a little snail. But yeah, that's what I'm doing this weekend, and then holy shit, like I have my own movie for school that I gotta film that's coming up like in October, and I don't have a crew, and I sent out an email today, and this is a little story. Sent out an email today asking like, hey, I need a crew for my like final film of this semester, for the third semester, because I am working on like a story, like a short film based on a song, because that's what this like project is. And like I said, I don't have a crew, and in the school, like a lot of kids, this is the first time I do it, but a lot of people, to like get a crew, they send out like an email saying like, hey, do you need Sam? Which is this thing in the school where like we do these human trafficking thing, and everyone's called Sam. No, there's this thing called Sam.
You got clones of Sam. This is all the big cloning scheme.
Yeah, everyone in Iceland likes eating Sam. No, we have this thing called Sam at school, which is this point-based system, and you have to get a certain amount of Sam to be able to graduate each semester. And I think I've explained this before, so I'm not going to go too into it. But basically, I basically started off my email saying like, hey, if you need Sam, you can work on my film for in the crew, and I need these crew members, and I like posted like, I need a producer, I need a cameraman, I need a gaffer, which is like the light guy and all that stuff. So I like
a fluffer.
Yeah, I need a fluffer. I need someone to spank my ass every 3 minutes. Yeah. I need so many things done. So like, there's
so many things.
Need a personal vomit bucket holder, someone who will hold the vomit bucket in case I need to throw up. So yeah, basically that's what I was sending. And I haven't really gotten many responses yet, but the first person to reply to the email is a guy at the school that not a lot of people trust for like working with him, because he's very like how do you say it? How do you say like not
late, slow?
Yeah, late and all that stuff, but like. He can be so sort of like what is the word? What is the word when you're just like a kind of untrustworthy? Because you're always late.
Suspicious.
No.
Shaky.
He's sus.
Sus.
He's sus. No. Fuck,
gamer.
I don't remember. He's a gamer. I don't remember what it is.
Recluse.
Whatever. Anyways, he's just like, he's very bad
shaky,
to work with.
Untrustworthy. I'm trying to find the word for you, man. I don't know.
Well, in any case, I've worked with him once before on a film, and like the experience was not good. He was supposed to be a runner in our film, and also because he's learning to be an actor at the school, and we asked him to be like a background actor for one scene in like our final film for the very first semester we had. And in the middle of the first day of recording, or not in the middle of the day. The day just started. He shows up, I think 2 hours late to set. And then in the middle of like filming, while we were taking like a quick break, you know, so if people could eat stuff and like and just chillax for a little bit, he fucking disappears. He and everyone was like, where did he go? Where did this guy go? And so we start calling him. Doesn't answer for a while. Then finally, when he answers, he goes, "Oh, I went to go get coffee." And we're like, well, hurry the fuck back. We're about to start filming again. And then we call him again, and he's still not back. Like 5 minutes later, and he's like, "Oh yeah, my son forgot his jacket at home, and I brought it to him to school or some shit like that." Which, on a side note, a lot of people at school say that he uses that excuse a lot. He keeps saying that, like, "Oh, my son forgot his jacket. I had to go deliver it."
Yeah.
So yeah, and he finally arrives again, and like, you know, fucking we finished that day, and then for the next day, we had just had 2 days to film that movie. For the next day, he was an offset runner, which means we didn't need him. We basically didn't use him at all day. The only thing we would have maybe needed him for is like, "Oh, we forgot something in the city or something. Can you fetch that for us and drive like towards us?" Because we were like in a different town. And this guy's also known for being really creepy with the girls in his acting class. Like yeah, it's absolutely not good. He used to like harass this one girl basically by like kind of stalking her and being creepy around her. Like he would stand right above her, and he said to her one time like, "Oh, I'm coming home with you," and she as a joke was like, no, my dog will bite you," or something like that. And he said, "Oh, he won't see me in the dark," or some shit like that. And that, you know, and like everyone has complained about him already, but the school barely ever does anything about these types of people. So we were just like, okay, that's cool.
Okay,
and
time to take matters into your own hands. Bring out the chainsaws.
He's still at the school. Yeah, and then other people have just said that he's just very. He's not. Also, here's another thing. So in the school there is a requirement to know at least a little bit of Icelandic. He does know a little bit of Icelandic, but he barely speaks Icelandic, and he barely speaks English for that matter. And he's trying to learn how to be an actor, and you can't even use him as an actor. Nobody hires him as an actor. Everyone always, if he needs something for a movie. And this guy called me today after I sent out that Sam email and asked me like, "Hey, I saw you had an email for Sam for school," and I was like, "Uh-oh, it's this guy." I was just like, yeah. I was like, "Was there anything in particular you wanted to do?" And he was like, "Oh, I'll meet you tomorrow at school and we'll talk about it." And I was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake! Like, what do I even give him?" Because he's unreliable. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, exactly. That's the word I was looking for earlier. He's unreliable. Like, you can't rely on him at all, because he'll just disappear, and he will just fucking... He barely speaks English. But by the way, the time that he disappeared on that one set, he said, like, "Oh, I told someone," but apparently, like, nobody remembered him telling him anything, and we had let some actors go that were, like, done for the day, so we were like thinking maybe he told an actor that was literally leaving that he was gonna go somewhere, and we were just like, what the fuck, why didn't you talk to us, the directors and producers of the movie? Anyway, yeah, no, and he barely has any good reputation at the school. And what was I saying? Also, so that's basically the gist of the story, is that like I don't really want to work with him. But then there's another thing. He's black, and there's nothing, you know, that has nothing to do with the story. You wouldn't normally like, "Oh, he's black," and but he likes to play that card. A friend of mine said that he made him an offset runner, and then got angry at him one time because they were filming a shot which was like a long one take, and they said, please don't knock or come into the room, like, because he was sent to go somewhere, and they said, like, wait outside for a little bit, we're recording. And he, like, started, like, opening and knocking on the door. Like, when he came back, he started going ham. And they basically yelled at him. And then he went to school the next day and complained and said that they were, like, racist and that they had called him the N-word, like, from the other side of the door. Which is, like, they said was absolutely not true. And they don't even know what the fuck he's talking about. So this guy likes to play the race card when people are, like, you know, mean to him, apparently. And he also doesn't like being an offset runner, I've heard. Like, my friend said, like, oh, he does not like being an offset runner because that's the only thing he does. And so I'm like, shit, I don't want to give him the offset runner, but I also don't want him in the movie. So do I just tell him, like, sorry, man, I have nothing for you? Do I just do that?
I don't know.
I don't know what to do, because then again, if I tell him, like, oh, sorry, man, I don't want you in my movie or something, then he will probably also play the race card and go complain, like, oh, this guy, the GeneralArse, is fucking racist.
GeneralArse, man. You'll make him an offset runner.
Yeah.
That is
the only thing that I might actually use him for, because I'm making, like, a Viking film. But the film, like, this horror story that I'm basing, or this song that I'm basing the film on, I'm making sort of a horror story out of it, and it's supposed to happen during, like, the Viking era here in Iceland, and I might be able to use him as, like, an extra in the background of, like, the beginning scene where he will show up for, like, a second. That's about it that I would make him do.
Yeah. In the background, I don't know.
Yeah.
Making leather armor that is plus 20 on the armor rating index.
Yeah, I could maybe have him be like a leather worker or a blacksmith or something, like, working in the background. That's all.
A blacksmith. No,
shut the fuck up. That's just the word for someone who makes swords and tools. Asshole. No, hold on a second. This guy is being a little suspicious. This guy's being awfully sus.
Now this is getting really sus here. I'm just joking here. It's just a sick joke.
Yeah, he's just
on
joking.
my part, and I'm not gonna take it back. So yeah, that is your predicament.
That's my predicament I'm in right now. I also have a problem. I don't like telling people no. I like being nice to people. Maybe a little too much. Like, I let people just, like, walk all over me sometimes, and that's like a thing that I need to sort of stop doing. And, like, like I said, I don't really want to shove him away. I want to at least give him something. So maybe an extra. Like, he can be in the background. He doesn't say jack shit. He doesn't do jack shit. And when he's done, he's out. Get him offset. Get him out of here.
He'll be the extra.
Maybe I'll do that. I'll offer him the job as the extra in the background. Extra. Read all about it.
So yeah, that is the life of an extra. I don't know.
Oh yeah, and you read my script, so you kind of know what I'm talking about. Like, there's
I know what he's talking about. I've got exclusive access.
Yeah, there's an intro scene basically to my short film where, like, we see this Viking walking through, like, a little farm, and there's people working on the farm. So, like, I was thinking maybe I could have this guy do something on the farm. Yeah, but, like, nothing to do with his race. He could be whatever damn race, in the world. He's just unreliable, and you don't want to work with that kind of guy for a film. You don't want to work with someone who disappears off set because, oh, my son forgot his jacket. I gotta go give it to him.
For the millionth
time. Are you kidding me? And he apparently uses that so often as an excuse. So it's like, okay. And I don't want to work with him as an actor either, because he's just like I said, he doesn't know Icelandic, and he's very bad at English. And this semester, his class, basically his actor class that's like with him, they were supposed to do this course where they get directions from people on their second semester, like the second semester, like directors all get to like try out what it's like directing with like actors, and so they were there, these actors, and apparently he can barely remember his lines too. Like because he again, he doesn't know English or Icelandic that well, so he just can't remember. He can't read. He can't fucking remember his lines very well.
He can't read. Doesn't have any eyes. Doesn't have any ears.
He doesn't have any eyes or ears. Like,
he's got 3 extra lungs on his back.
Yeah. Like I want to be nice to this guy because he's not from Iceland originally. He's lived here for 6 years though, so it's kind of like, okay, what the fuck are you doing? What have you been? How do you not know Icelandic already? What have you been doing? I don't know. Making TikTok videos. Apparently, he's a TikTok star here in Iceland, or like not a star, but he has a TikTok account. Real? Yeah, he uses TikTok a lot. So yeah. There's that story.
Yeah, that's your story. Now here's mine. I was
what's yours?
Down a weird neighborhood. I hope nobody grabbed my ass. I hope nope.
I hope nope. What the hell?
Grab my ass.
Well, what if someone grabs your ass, huh? Then what? Huh? Then what do you do? What, huh?
Well then, they better watch out because I got a big old Pringle can. Ding ding.
Damn.
The rest of the podcast is just going to be me sprouting out Mark M references.
Yeah. Mark M sick animations references.
Yeah. He's sick.
Isn't Mark M the one working with Psychic Pebbles on making the what's it called? Something Friends?
Smiling Friends?
Smiling Friends, yeah. Isn't it Mark M that's helping him with that, or was it someone else? Oh no, wasn't it? It's some Australian guy. Yeah, Michael Cusack, yeah. That guy's great.
I think he's also on there.
Yeah. Mark M is probably on there, man. They're good friends. They're good pals.
Yeah. They're best friends.
They're best buddies.
They're the best pals.
But yeah, what have you been up to, huh? What have you been up to at school? Anyone trying to stab you?
I did not mention this last week because I just got the mouse back then.
Ooh, okay.
Got a new... It's wireless, okay?
What?
Okay, before...
Wireless
gaming mouse? I had a wired mouse. Yes, this is a wireless gaming mouse.
Damn.
Before, I had a wired gaming mouse, and that was fine, except... I move my setup to certain places, and...
Yeah.
The wire gets stuck or in the way, and I don't like that.
No.
But I lived with it until recently.
Until now.
It double clicked.
What?
On its own. That's how it works. When I do a single click, it doubles clicks instead.
Dude, you shouldn't have gotten rid of it. You should have played Apex with that and gotten like...
I still have it.
Cheated. You should have cheated.
No, it doesn't work like that.
Fuck! No. Fuck!
It was basically the left click was broken. And that's no good.
Yeah.
So I got this new wireless gaming mouse.
Nice.
And
what type?
I like
Logitech?
It's a Logitech
nice.
G4 X Superlight. That's the full name.
Sick. I used to buy Razer, and Razer only. I used to have a Razer mouse, Razer keyboard, Razer headphones.
I have a Razer keyboard right now, and I used to have a Razer mouse. So yeah.
Yeah. I don't buy Razer anymore because I think I bought a Logitech keyboard one time, and I just fell in love with it. So I recommend people just buy Logitech. It's way better. Razer is all flashy and all that, but they're just not that good. They're not the greatest on the market, unfortunately.
Yeah.
They might have some cool looking designs, but the mouse that I had from then, I had for 3 years, and it broke a week ago. So I also bought a new Logitech mouse, but it's not wireless. It's wired. and it's got some heft to it. It's pretty nice. I like it, and it doesn't have too many buttons. I don't like mice with too many of those like macro keys. I don't really use them all that much.
Yeah.
So
same here.
Yeah, and then I have
But yeah, this
Sennheiser
mouse-
headphones because they're
Raise
great.
your head. Yeah.
Sennheiser.
This mouse has got some, a good battery life. Lasts basically a week plus a day or two. As
Nice.
of right now.
Yeah, and then you just have a charging cable.
Yeah, it's basically charging cable, charge it in, and then basically 3 hours later, it's boom. Ready to go for another week.
And like when you charge it, you can just plug it in like it was a regular mouse. It doesn't have like that. Remember that Apple mouse thing, the debacle where people had like flipped their mouse
flip
over,
it upside down, couldn't use it.
plug it in the bottom, couldn't use the fucking mouse. Like what the fuck, Apple? Jesus Christ!
It's messed up.
It's not like that on this one.
Nice.
It's just at the front.
Yeah, because people with brains made that. What the fuck?
It was
Satan?
Oyo made that mouse.
Oyo Boyo made the Mac mouse, the Apple mouse.
Yeah.
Sick.
He was like Oyo Boyo make a map mouse.
Oyo Boyo make Mac mouse, please.
Enjoy. Use, please.
Please. I don't remember any other like things I wanted to talk about in this podcast. So I think we can call it short here.
Yeah, call it short, like my dick.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry about that, man.
I bought some jorts.
I wish I
They
could.
look like shit.
I wish I could, share your pain, but unfortunately, I have BDS, big dick syndrome. Like I was born with that shit. Like I was.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
I've got MDS, medium
Micro dick syndrome.
dinosaur.
What?
Yeah, I've got a medium-sized dinosaur in here.
Damn. Oh my god! Hold on, I'm
Don't
going.
kill me, no! Rax, get down, get down.